Hello all, it's been a while since my last update. I've been very busy working on my projects and other stuff, getting things organised. The organisation's almost but that never ends. There's always something else that comes up. That's just the way things are for everyone. So the project I started, it's a VR game. I don't know if it'll ever be good enough to release, but when I think about it in its state in my head, what it would be like when it's finished, it actually sounds really, really cool. So I'll have to find a way if it ever gets finished, because I'm just one man doing everything. Which brings up interesting points as well, because where it's set, I don't have access to certain things to take photos of. So I've used AI for textures in a few cases, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's just using it to get out of doing the work is a bit meh. But then again, it depends what you're using it for. I think if you don't have access or the inability to do certain things, then it's a good tool to use to assist you. Um, and some things like art direction, if there's nothing in particular that you need, then yeah, you could probably use that, and then maybe change it around a little bit. I don't think there's much of a problem there. But if you were to take the entirety of AI work and say that it's your own, then that's a bit of a cop out, and I think that's what people don't like. Because it is a useful tool, and yeah, living where I am, I don't have access to photos of certain things. Uh, I'd have no ability to kind of make it as well, because some things, yeah, I can make in like an image program. Some things I'm happy to, and I have, like I've done it myself, for a lot of textures. But yeah, then there's other ones that you just can't do it. And then I started another project, because sometimes I won't be. So the VR game I'm making actually has a theme, and it's different from the games that you would normally have. It's definitely an indie game. It's taking different directions on mechanics, and it's got its own idea of how to play, and that's kind of focused on how, like, the feeling that I want the game to have when you're playing it. So there's certain mechanics and stuff that just aren't there, or going to be done a little bit differently to kind of suit the feel of the game. So I'm actually really excited. It's just going to take me a long time to finish. I wish I could just kind of have it done now and then go, hey, check this out. This is cool. But anyway, so I've got to be in a particular mood for that. I've got to be, have the direction and the motivation and the, be in the artsy, creative mood for that. But I still like making stuff. So I might be in the mood to just make assets in Blender or whatever. And I've got a second project going, which is actually another game idea I've had for like years ago. But this is one that I'm okay with, like kind of like warping a little. So I'm just chucking in all kinds of different things in there. All the other, like a mishmash of stuff that I've made. And that, that looks pretty cool as well. I just, after you build something in a modeling, like, it might not look super realistic because I've not been trained. I'm doing this all on my own. So, I get tutorials off of YouTube and stuff, but, I'm not really a digital artist or anything like that. So some things come out really good. Like you'd be amazed at how difficult it is to make rocks. Like, rocks are a undetermined, undefined set of geometric shapes stuck together in no discernible method, except for particularly, like river rocks and stuff are all smooth and things like that. But you'd be surprised how difficult it is. You'll make a rock, you'll look at it and you go, that doesn't actually look like a rock. Like it's bizarre to really, and then you go into like, is it because I'm making it? Because I'll compare some of the foliage I've made to other games, and I'll go, I'm not doing anything different. Is it just me? Is it because I've made it myself? I don't think it looks as good as other foliage. And that was another YouTube video that I wanted to do, but I've been quite busy because, my project. So I wanted to make a YouTube video just looking and appreciating at how well some of these artists have done foliage, because I don't know why. Maybe I'm weird, but foliage, like I like plants and stuff. I've done a horticulture course, but I really enjoy seeing how artists get away with making a plant with the fewest number of vertices and complex geometry, and then also, using a lower resolution texture and still getting the illusion of a I wouldn't say the illusion of a really well made tree, but the illusion of a tree, or the illusion of a plant or something like that. They're really well modeled. It's really good, and you don't really notice as well when you're walking through. You'll notice bad ones, obviously, but you don't really notice the foliage that much while you're playing your game. You just need to get like kind of a sense of it, and I think that's also brought up another thing. I'm rambling today. The older games like Rise of the Triad or Doom or whatever, you've got a wall. You've got, for all intensive purposes, the basics of a wall. You can't run into the wall. The textures are very low quality, but you've got something that somewhat looks like a skull. So your brain kind of fills in the exciting parts of it. Like if you remember back as a kid playing video games, if most likely you've been playing them all your life, and you go, wow, these graphics are awesome. When you're a kid, you look at them now and you go, no, they're not. It's because of the illusion. It's the kind of the power of your imagination that kind of fills in everything. And I really like the look of the older games, so that's something that I'm going to be throwing into this mishmash. Is I'm going to do some low poly, like multiplayer maps or whatever. Whether I can get the multiplayer working, I don't know. I am confident if I put time in it, and I can do it well, because, I can do things. So can you. If you really put your mind to it, you can do it. And that's another thing. A lot of this stuff I've wanted to do for years, and then just never did it. And that's another story. That one that has to do with a lot of I guess trying to deal with certain anxieties and stuff, and finding out ways to cope with it. But really, the noticing of when it affects you and how it affects you is the biggest step. Once you understand that, and you get some techniques to kind of work on it, it really helps you kind of move forward, which is good. And that's really kind of been working for me for a while. But I think I might throw up some screenshots, because some of the screenshots look really good to me. But if you were to put them next to a AAA game, you go, it's not very good. So it's kind of a mishmash. It's got the feeling I'm going for is kind of it's still like PlayStation era, but without the weird Z buffer. So it's it's not about getting the PlayStation look. It's more about getting the feel of it. You know, like I am using not the highest quality textures. You know, we're not going in at 4K, but we're using, like, I'm taking photos of things, you know, so it's kind of a mishmash of, yes, it's definitely a game, but you're looking at like real life kind of textures. It's hard to explain. It really would be easier to show you. And things like some things are a little bit stylized. Like I've got plants, obviously. Some of them you'll see like a stem that connects the leaves, and then other times there's just floating leaves. They look good from a distance. When you get close, you notice there's no twigs or anything like that. It's, yeah, and I like it. I like the way it looks, and it kind of gets. I mean, because you can add twigs to textures so that you can see the leaves are all like connected. But I don't know. It's a different kind of visual thing with the floating leaves. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Maybe I'll put up some screenshots at some point if people are interested. I have put up screenshots on my Instagram. But yeah, let's see how we go. I just thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update, and I'll see you. Yeah, I got the new C-130, and I've done a little bit of flying when I've had some time. I really like it. That thing is so easy to maneuver. I really want to sit down and learn all the buttons and the techniques and everything. You know, working at a flight simulator place, I learned some of, you know, while at work. So I understand what some of the buttons do, but yeah, I've never really got full into, because let's be honest, Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't let you press every button and get the effect of every button. It really is only core systems. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, I'd like to sit down, learn all the systems, and go on a multiplayer and do some of those new logistic kind of things that they've got for DCS. That'd be good. Yeah, I better go because I'm rambling. I've just got, it's like nothing has happened, but also so much has happened. There's a lot going on, but not really anything worth talking about because everyone else has their own life. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I was thinking about making some other YouTube videos as well. See, this is the thing, I've got so many hobbies, so many things I like doing, but then, you know, I've got to be in the mood to do them and whatnot. One thing that annoys me, like we watched an ending explained video, and I'm not going to give names, but what really annoys me is we went through the entire film for half an hour explaining the film. Thank you, don't need that. Just explain the end. You know, people So I'd want to make YouTube videos that really cut down to what it is, that the information, but the problem is I don't really have a topic to do that with, and I certainly do not have the consistency of whipping out a video every week or 2 weeks. But anyway, I think the next one I might put up some screenshots of the projects just because they look really nice, but I also don't want to give away too much. Like one of them, like the main VR one, I really don't want to, I actually want to release that on the down low so people don't even know and they just kind of come across it because it absolutely fits everything. So I'm probably going to go that way. It's probably just going to appear at some point. There'll be no notification or anything, or, you know, like, not that I've got like any PR teams or anything doing it anyway. I just won't advertise it. It'll just appear at some point, but that's not going to be for years yet. And just I'm hoping it will be a pleasant surprise, because I have confidence in it. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Oh yeah, I'll just attach this onto the end. Um, I've got confidence in it because it's something I want to play. Uh, yeah, I think I know what I want to experience for this, so I'm making a game that's going to give me the experience I'm looking for, and I'm just hoping that other people will like it too. Because it's not, because I'm making it for me. There's not going to be any hand holding. You're going to have to work out how the systems and everything work. I mean, it won't be too complicated, I don't think, but it's going to be, yeah, that'll be really a really interesting experiment, I reckon, because I'm going to do it totally for what I want to experience, and then just see what other people say about it if it ever gets to the point of release. But I feel like it could very well happen just in quite a few years.